Okay. Gotta rub my eye there for a second. All right. Let's, real quick, go over here to the pile that I made last time. Why not start with one I've never even played before? Zombie Nation, huh? Oh, this is crazy. All right, let's just... Uh-huh. Oh, really? It's just one life, then game over? You ever just see a game and ask yourself, what the fuck? What's funny to me is the fact that in the North American version, you play a floating zombie, you play the floating head of a deceased samurai, but in the Japanese version, you play as a flying Tengu mask. Figure that one out. like, did the developers just think to themselves, like, Americans wouldn't understand a Tengu? Yeah, because a floating, disembodied samurai head. That makes plenty of sense. No, in all seriousness, I can't really complain too much about the game thus far. It's very much your average side-scrolling shmup. Kind of has elements of both, like, Gradius or R-Type mixed with a little bit of Rampage. Oh, God, the barrier. God, those barriers are lethal, man. Okay, that's enough of that. So, Zombie Nation, it's not a bad game. A weird game, weird as hell, but not a bad game. Werewolf the Last Warrior. I remember playing this. It's not good. It's really not good. It's like, what if Altered Beast sucked even worse? Like, I feel like a question desperately needs to be asked of Data East. It's like, did you guys ever, I don't know, look at any actual, like, werewolf mythology or anything like that? You guys want to answer me? Where in the hell in werewolf mythos a werewolf has, like, big old sickle claws? What the fuck is this, Mario 2 rules? Oh, don't pick up the power-up, that will kill you. Did this once, I'm gonna do it again. Into the trash. Of course, it can't be as proper spooky season without the quintessential shitty spooky game, right? Good old Jekyll and Hyde, right? You little prick. Ah! Now, welcome to Suffering, the game. I can feel my brain cells dying. As the angriest cat in the world. I love how there's literally no way to avoid the dogs. You can jump over the cats, you can walk under the spiders, you can dodge the fucking slingshot kid, you can easily avoid the bombs. But that dog, oh no, no, no. That dog is coming for you. Howdy. I got shit on! Oh, I would love to find the developers who came up with this gem of a game and forced them to play it. It's like, no, you brought this upon the world. You get to deal with your mess. Oh god, psychotic cat, psychotic cat! Angry dog. Fucking... How do I deal with a fucking dog? God damn you. Oh, it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna die soon anyway. And there I go. Thank God. Take this in. I didn't hear it despawn. Where did it go? Let's try Monster Party. At least it's by Bandai. That means it can't be terrible, right? I think I set myself up for failure there. That is certainly a face. He wasn't scared, he just asked, "Who are you?" Josuke? I think I... Is this another case of the game isn't bad, I just suck? Like I said, it's not that the game is bad, I'm bad. That'll do ya. Take drugs, kill a bear. Take some dicey drugs, turn into a weird monster thing. Why the hell not? Oh, those are spikes. Sorry, I'm dead. Literally just, bleh, I am dead. Everything is blood and skulls with you people. I've seen everything. I've seen it all. I can't jump over you! Ah! Don't pick on me, he says. It proceeds to absolutely nuke me. Ow. Oh, you didn't spit 500 fucking projectiles a second. Monster Party? Where'd you go? Monster Party, you could sit up here and join frickin' Zombie Nation. You're different. That doesn't mean bad. And this immediately goes into trash. We are not playing that. Like, I think it says something when I refuse to outright even play a game. There are very few games out there that I will legitimately just look at and go, yeah, no, not happening. It's like Friday the 13th on the NES is definitely one of those games where I will use it. I would rather use it as a coaster. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street. Does it have its issues? Well, of course it has its issues. Does that make it a bad game? Not at all. Like, I wish we would have gotten the beta version that, you know, never really got truly released. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, it's like it's all about remembering which order the houses go in, and unfortunately, another big issue with Nightmare on Elm Street is the fact that the game doesn't always... Son of a bitch. Like, the game doesn't always recognize if you're in the exact right place to even enter one of the houses. Like, I feel like, in my opinion, the things that weaken Nightmare on Elm Street as a game, really, it's just minor technical issues. Like, some of the jumps are a little too tricky. And at the same time, another issue that's, again, mostly just a nitpick. A lot of the enemy designs are really fucking uninspired. Like, the finger puppet ghosts is a good example. Although, let me just do something real quick here. Just because I actually just want to play this one from start to finish. Is it under A? Or is it under N? There it is. That's the only one that I need. Another issue that I feel, or a minor bug that I feel could have improved this game a bit, Like, it's great that they have the sleep counter and all that, but would a hit counter have been too much to ask? It's like, yeah, I get it. 4 hits and you're dead, but still. Come on. I just realized something. Hang on a second. There we go. Well, that was real smooth. I need to, speaking of Halloween and spooky shit, I need to check on GOG to see if Resident Evils 2 and 3, the original Resident Evil 2 and 3 are available yet. Give! Why on earth is it so fucking... Oh, they are. Okay, cool. Act! Because back when they had announced the first Resident Evil being released on GOG, I've got that as well as the pre-purchase for 2 and 3. Because it's like, I may be in a minority to say this, but it's like, the remake of Resident Evil 3 was a fucking sham. Like, there's so much about it I don't like. Like, on the one hand, yeah, I'm glad to see that Resident Evil 3 got remembered for a remake. Yay, whoopee-doo. Unfortunately, they took all of the things that made Resident Evil 3 cool out, and they made the Nemesis into a bitch. You know, you take one of the most terrifying enemies in survival horror history. Well, that's just it. The Resident Evil 2 remake wasn't that bad. God damn it. Like, yeah, sure, it had its flaws, but it still tried to at least somewhat respect its source material. Resident Evil 3's remake felt like an insult. You know, it's like, oh, hey, Brad Vickers in the original, he warns us about the Nemesis, and then we get to see firsthand how Brad Vickers wound up a zombie in Resident Evil 2. You know, when Nemesis decides to introduce him to Japanese lovemaking. And it's like, how does Brad go out in Remake 3? Off-screen by a zombie. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I hate the bats. I hate the bats. I hate all flying enemies in this game. Especially due to the fact that enemies constantly respawn. Oh, come on. Come back down. That, and it's like the ending of Resident Evil 3's remake is just kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean, yeah. Although when you think about it, the only real, at least as far as I can recall, the only real boss, quote-unquote, was like the Larval G fight. Also, the whole entire Leon being a moron thing, it kind of makes a little bit of sense, at least. Honestly, if they had sold Resident Evil 3 bundled, like if they had done Remake 3 bundled with Remake 2, I wouldn't have been so pissed. I mean, I still would have been pissed off, don't get me wrong. It's like, the things that got removed from Resident Evil 3 in the remake just kind of make me scratch my head and ask, were you just lazy? Is that why you didn't bring them back? Like the periods in the game where the game basically said, hey, you have these choices, make these choices. They'll change the outcome of the story, they'll change the gameplay, but you gotta make a choice. And then they just didn't do that. They're like, nope, too much work. We already have a plot in mind, we have a path in mind, this is the way you're going to go, this is the story you're going to have told to you, like it or not. Especially due to the fact that they got rid of one of my favorite cameos that was in Resident Evil 3, depending on which ending you got. It's like, I'm sorry, I enjoyed the fact that for one of the endings, you were picked up by Barry fucking Burton, and his whole entire thing was, alright, we're gonna go kick Umbrella's ass. But alas, what was Barry Burton's fate? To star in a spin-off game that no one remembers, and another spin-off title that really he's only the sub-character of. Not saying that Revelations 2 is a bad game, just that, I don't know. I just feel like the whole entire Resident Evil plotline of, oh, behold, we've got the T-virus, but we did a little extra to it. It's like you can only do that so many times before it gets a little old, fellas. Oh, behold the T-virus. Oh, behold the Golgotha virus or the G-virus. Oh, behold, the T. Veronica virus. Behold, the fucking T. Phobos virus. Behold, the C virus. Alright, already. We get it. Fucking Umbrella did viral research. We get it. At least Resident Evil 7 had the nerve to be like, hey guys, look, it's not a virus, it's mold. Though, to be fair, the molded were fucking terrifying. Exactly. It's like, Nikolai was supposed to be like this... Like, he was more, what's the word, Machiavellian? Like, he was more of a guy scheming in the background, controlling the shit behind the scenes kind of villain. Occasionally showing up to taunt you, but for the most part, by the time he's done what he needs to do, you're just seeing the leftovers of his work. And I feel like Capcom wanted to turn him into... They felt like without Wesker, they needed somebody to twirl their mustache. And Nikolai just happened to be that guy. At least one thing can be said for certain, no matter which version of Resident Evil 3 you're playing. Mikhail goes out like a fucking champ each time. It's like it doesn't matter which version of the game you're playing, Mikhail is still the MVP. You know, be it him trapped inside of the train car pulling the grenade, just with a smarmy, "You lose." Or him pulling the grenade, "Get off of my train, shitbird." Though I will say, I have to agree, like, hard agree with Postra. I hate Dog Nemesis. God, I fucking hate Dog Nemesis. Like, it just feels like it exists to fill a fucking, like, to tick off a box. Dr. Tongue's House of Pancakes 3D? See, when I hear Dr. Tongue, all I can think is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Yeah, but the thing is, the Nemesis in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was still the Resident Evil 3 original style Nemesis. It wasn't the god-awful, "Oh look, Nemesis got a V8 in his chest, chugga chugga." But then again, that's also the same kind of shit that happened with fucking Pyramid Head, you know? It's like, oh, behold, you have a monster that has a purpose. Let's fuck him up and just make him a mascot. Look, as bad as MVC3 was, Ultimate MVC3 is still a fucking stellar fighting game, and Infinite needs to just burn. Let's see. Ah, okay, okay. It's like the reason why I say this, it's like the reason why I think Dr. Tongue and I immediately think Zombies Ate My Neighbors is because that was the name of the titular villain, or not titular, but like the actual antagonist of Zombies Ate My Neighbors was a mad scientist by the name of Dr. Tongue. Oh, okay. Hey! Ah, my iframes didn't get me. But no, I feel like one of the biggest issues with horror games in general, or at least old horror franchises, is the fact that a lot of memorable monsters and characters have been reduced to simple, like, poster boy or mascot status. Like, when they put Pyramid Head in Dead by Daylight, like, don't get me wrong, I still love using him from time to time, even though he's slow as shit. But at the same time, it's like, what purpose does Pyramid Head have for being in the entity's realm? The Pyramid Head exists for one particular reason. Exactly one. And that was to punish James. But then somebody decided, no, you guys, this is totally gonna be our mascot from now on for Silent Hill. And we're gonna use him inappropriately for different projects where he doesn't make any sense for him to be there. But it's fine because the red pyramid thing is recognizable. It's marketing. It's like, yeah, so are the bubble-headed nurses, but at least the bubble-headed nurses, you can just throw them anywhere and be like, oh, look, this person has a fear of hospitals. Ta-da! It's like, the bubble-headed nurses don't just exist as, like, some nebulous concept like, oh, I need to be punished for my misdoings. I mean, yes, technically, the bubble-headed nurses in Silent Hill 2 also represented James's repressed lust because of the fact that his wife was hospitalized and he couldn't do shit about it. Ah, son of a bitch. I mean, kinda, yeah. It's like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy playing Dead by Daylight. It's good fun. Even if Survivor mains are some of the most insufferable gamers in existence. It's like, oh, so you do your job well as a as I almost said fucking healer. MMO brain going beef. Fuck you. Okay, I'll take it back. Some Survivor mains aren't bad. Most of them are, though. Oh wait, that's right, I'm supposed to... Or no, wait. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, no shit. what still gets me is the fact that instead of doing what they could have done, which was, you know, instead of that god-awful fucking resistance, they could have just allocated those resources to just remaking Outbreak. It's like, oh, behold, Resident Evil Resistance. Yeah, resistance. Everybody seems to have a high resistance to playing this shitty fucking game. I mean, hell, I would much sooner get some friends together and play Operation Raccoon City now that fucking Capcom is doing something about getting rid of the Games for Windows Live integration to actually make it playable again. God, son of a bitch. Then again, I think I may be one of the few people out there who actually looks at Operation Raccoon City and says, "No, something could be done with this." Like, this isn't the worst thing ever. I still think the worst Resident Evil title still goes to fucking Resident Evil Survivor or Resident Evil Gun Survivor. Oof! Look at something like that and you can all I can say about it is, "Oi, what a mess!" It's like, imagine, if you will, you have a first-person Resident Evil game. It is a first-person on-rail shooter. Okay, that's fine. Now, imagine every other country you release this in, this game has light gun support. Then, when you release it in America, they take it out. It is the dumbest fucking thing on earth. They went, oh my god, the kids and the guns and the kids and the, we gotta disable it. It's too realistic. Motherfucker, you're shooting zombies. It'd be like playing House of the Dead with a fucking dance pad. Yeah, I know. Because the media had to have some fucking scapegoat. It's like, oh god, why did these kids who are clearly fucked up and had severe issues, why did they do this crazy thing? Certainly, it's not the environment that they're in, and it's not the people that surround them on a daily basis. No, it's gotta be the video games, the music, or the movies. Or, God forbid, you know, shitty parents. What? No! You expect me to parent my child? No. That's what the electric nanny is for. The electric nanny and the internet. Yeah. And Dead Aim didn't have a terrible story either. Kinda sad that we never got to see those characters ever again, though. It's kind of like one of those reasons why I don't necessarily hate certain Resident Evil titles, which, you know, I don't hate them on their face. I'll put like that. Like, certain Resident Evil titles I do not hate on their face blindly like other people do. Like Resident Evil 6. I don't necessarily hate that it exists. I hate some of the writing decisions made, and, you know, I feel like some of that shit was kind of weak. But at the same time, seeing, like, familiar characters brought back, you know, that was cool. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pause this real quick just to air out something that I would love to see done, but I know it won't happen. It likely won't happen. I would love, very much so, if fucking Capcom would do a PC release of the fucking Darkside Chronicles, and wasn't there another games in the similar vein to Darkside Chronicles that were like they were both released exclusively for the fucking I want to say it was the PS3. Fill my face with water. Yeah, Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. Like, I wish that they would get like a PC release. No, it's like nobody can tell me you can't play those games with a fucking mouse. They put House of the Dead remake on Steam. That alone says you could play with a fucking mouse. Okay, yeah. Yeah. But it's like, I feel like certain old Resident Evil games, they need some love. I mean, hell, the whole entire project behind oh fuck, what is it? Oh, my brain, I can't remember the name of the project. No, wait, no, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go back to the school. But like, there is, as far as I know, there was a project going on where they're trying to basically remake Resident Evil Gaiden, but with like a better graphics engine, like kind of like a PS1 era graphics engine, or something thereabouts. Like Project Starline or something like that. And like, I'm 110% behind this idea because I think that's great. I mean, for one, it'd be nice to actually play it as you would a Resident Evil game and not fucking have combat a la fucking Undertale. It's gonna be one of those days, huh? Why even put a bone here? Ooh, I hate this this jump. I hate this jump. I hate this jump. Just unbelievably frustrating. Then go to sleep. No! Oh, for fuck's sake! There. Fuck that jump and fuck whoever programmed it. May they find a pebble in their shoe for the rest of their days, if they're not already dead. Steve Jobs. And John Madden. Not again. At least the wizard has a slight float to the jump. I don't know, I still, like, even to this day, I still wish I could have been a fly on the wall at Rare when the original concept for this game was being drafted. Like, just to see the looks on the executives' faces when they heard the initial draft. Just like, so, we want to make this game. See, it's based off the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, right? And in this franchise, the bad guy is a guy named Freddy Krueger. He goes into kids' dreams and he kills them. We want to make a game where you play as him. Okay, I'm listening. What's the objective? Kill kids. I'm sorry. Could you say that again? I had a little crazy in my ear. Edward G. Robinson. Were they responsible for programming this, or were they just in charge of the company at the time? Or did he sign off on this? Not saying that this is a bad game, mind you. Again, this is not a bad game. It's just a little frustrating. Compared to some of LJN's other offerings on the platform, this is easily serviceable. Serviceable. Then go to bed! What is the purpose of telling me that you're eepy? Go to bed! It's like, what, you need me to tell you a story? Once upon a time, go the fuck to sleep. Come tuck you in. Oh, bother. Come on. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but the bones that I'm missing are right where the exit is. It's like the final... God damn it. The final bone hunt is kinda screwy on its final door placement. It's like, all this time I've been told if I fall down a pit, I'll die. Speaking of horror movies and shit, I recently saw an ad for something that's supposed to be showing on HBO Max, and a part of me was really mad for some reason. Like, I felt a deep stirring of anger somewhere within me for some reason I couldn't explain. It's like, the Gremlins, the Wild Batch on HBO Max, and I'm just sitting there like, no. No. Just leave Gremlins alone. Leave these old franchises alone. Stop trying to bring them back with shitty fucking CGI nonsense. If you're not gonna respect their source materials, fucking leave them alone. You know, it's like if you want to bring attention to them, here's what you can do. Just remaster the old films. Just put a, put a little spit polish on the old negatives. There you go. We don't need all these goddamn sequels. We don't need spin-off series. It's like, it's either them going, oh, we heard, you guys heard of this before, right? You watched Stranger Things, right? Or worse yet, is they'll sit there and go, no, you guys, you have nostalgia for this product? You want more of product? Like, what was the... I'm trying to remember what the meme of it, that one meme post was. It's like, consume product and be excited for next products. Because fuck quality and standards. No. We have product to sell. Fuck you, Disney. It's like one of those things where it's like, oh, why do you have more respect for Kamen Rider than you do for Power Rangers? Let me think. Because Japan, while they do view like Sentai and Kamen Rider and Ultraman as marketing vehicles, they don't solely treat them as empty marketing vehicles and nothing more. Unlike damn near everything produced in America for American television, almost everything is just a fucking product. Burn the bones. Burn the bones, all of them. Burn them, let them burn. So the evil is purged, fire purifies all. The bones are ashes, soon to be dust. Freddy, trademark, is dead, and the nightmare is ended. Or has it? That's the one thing that I fucking hate the most about this game. The trademark symbol is fucking everywhere. Like, why? Do you really need the trademark symbol everywhere? Nightmare on Elm Street. You're a beautiful mess, and God, I wish I had this for the actual physical NES as well as the 4-score, so I could actually gather. Well, I guess that also requires me to have 4 friends to play it with, but still, I can only imagine playing this with 4 players would be an absolute mess. But you get to go with Monster Party and Zombie Nation. You're not bad, you're just confusing. Ghoul School from Electrobrain. The only Ghoul School that I know of had fucking Scooby-Doo in it. It also made me question many things in my life at my young age. Well, at least we know it's in the United States. Oh, spooky. Oh, what in the hell kind of... Why does this feel like just a knockoff of Monster Party? Really? So this game was never released. Explain a bit. Okay, now I just have to... I'm gonna do a quick Google here. Ow, my nards. Let's see here. Ghoul. Good job, James. Let's see. No, according to this, it was released in March of '92. Taking the usual shortcut home through the cemetery from Ghoul School High, Senior Spike O'Hara found a strange glowing skull. He put it in his backpack to show the anatomy teacher the next day. Okay, anatomy teacher. Let's see here. Which happened to be Halloween Eve. When Dr. Femur wanted to keep the skull for a special study, Spike was concerned because it appeared that the skull was bigger than it was the day before. Little did anyone know that the skull had begun transmitting its message to the realm of the dead. The ghouls had begun their assault. Ghosts and demons have taken over Ghoul School High. They have turned the teachers and football team into demons. To make matters worse, they have kidnapped Samantha Pom-Pom. Samantha Pom-Pom. The head cheerleader. The player assumes the role of Spike O'Hara. Of course, Spike O'Hara. As he tries to defeat the ghouls and rescue Samantha, he will explore more than 200 rooms, defeat a large number of enemies. There are items and weapons throughout the game that O'Hara can find to defeat the ghouls, though many of these items are well hidden. I'm looking at the review, like, a lot of these, like, reviews. All Game gave it a 3 out of 5, Honest Gamers gave it a 3 out of 5, Just Games Retro gave it a 4 out of 5, The Video Game Critic gave it an F, and Game Players gave it a 4 out of 10. But... oh, what the fuck? A hiding mechanic. But it's like, if there's one thing that I have ever said, fuck critics, fuck games journalists, most of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Ow. Okay, is there, like, kind of just outside of its range? Or do I have to hit its body? I am almost dead. So I have the very distinct feeling that this game is the type of game that gets really fucking monotonous after a while. Overall, this just feels like a more boring version of Monster Party. Let's just, gonna take this and, this one will have to wait for a day where I have more time available to me. Because I know this one is more of a lengthy RPG style game. This one, I'm not even sure if I could technically play it, because even though it's pixelated, there are booba at some point, really badly rendered booba, but still booba nonetheless. I have played the arcade version of it, and honestly, Chiller is nothing really to write home about. I'm sure it made some moms very upset, but it's just kind of like a really cheap light gun game. There isn't even a reason to justify playing that one. This is another game that I need a guide to actually... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just for the shits and giggles of it. Kemco Seika, the people who said, hey, we could take the same engine and make like 3 different franchises or more. And look out, the last thing you remember before blacking out was a shadowy figure appearing in the road in front of you. You heard your sister cry out as you swerved the car into this tree. You realize that you are alone. Your sister must have gone for help. The smell of gasoline fills the air. He must have punctured the gas. You must have punctured the tank. You pry yourself free of the steering wheel, intent on finding your sister. The steering wheel has guided you in and out of traffic for a year now. There's a new leather cover on it. Through the windshield, you see the exterior of a mansion. There we go. Your laziness has cost you your life, and possibly the life of your sister, as fire from the gas tank engulfs the car. Oh, really? Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. That's the one. That is the one thing about about Nintendo of America that I couldn't wrap my head around. It's like, what was Nintendo of America's whole entire deal with like removing religious iconography from their games? Like, the fucking cross in Castlevania, suddenly it was just a fucking plus, and it's like, or it wasn't even called a cross, it was just called the boomerang. It's like, I don't get it, Nintendo of America, why are you doing this? This seems kind of dumb, this seems kind of silly, especially in a game where you're playing a guy who has to fight against vampires and the undead. But that's just my opinion. Oh, how the hell did you get past? Burn! Because Nintendo decided to hire toy people and they sold from toy shops instead of electronic stores. Yeah. Although, ironically, it's because of their fucking bullshittery that we wound up with a company that actually said, hey guys, you know that 10 Nest chip? We found a way to circumvent it. Also, one of the earliest fucking shows of Nintendo's bullying practices. Like, I find it absolutely ridiculous and funny, the story behind Color Dreams / Wisdom Tree. It's like, here you have a company that, oh, excuse me, like, legitimately, the only reason why Color Dreams did what they did is because they themselves did not want to pay the almost, like, fuck, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, almost extortionist fees from Nintendo just to get cartridges. And all for what? This stupid little fucking seal that means jack fuck all. It's like, oh, but it says licensed by Nintendo. And what's your point? Do you know how many terrible games have that fucking tramp stamp on them? And so they're like, hey, we'll find a way to work around it. So they found a way. They found a way to circumvent the 10NES lockout chip. And then they decided to start making their own cartridges. And then they started making their own games. And they were bad. Like, I congratulate them. They found a way to circumvent Nintendo's idiocy measures. Though, to be fair, I completely understand. Nintendo didn't want to see a repeat of what happened to Atari. Because Atari was what happened when you let anybody just have carte blanche as to what they could put on your system. You know, no quality control. That's how you wound up with E.T. Yeah, that is true. Though it was kind of horseshit of Nintendo when they sat there and they were like, you know, Color Dreams was selling their games through normal electronic stores. Nintendo found out they weren't getting their cut of the bill. Nintendo basically rolled up their sleeves and strong-armed these stores, and they were like, listen, you guys need to either stop selling Color Dreams wares or we won't allow you to sell our games. And naturally, you know, a lot of these stores were kind of like, yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to have to go with the, at the time, you know, multi-million-dollar corporation that's telling us, hey, our way or the highway. You're just a small independent you're just a small indie studio. Sorry. And then, of course, Color Dreams became Wisdom Tree. Maybe at another point. Right now, I'm just focusing on horror-esque. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Did Conker's Bad Fur Day, in the original Conker's Bad Fur Day, did they have the Van Helsing level, or was that in Live and Reloaded only? Oh God, I really worn my throat raw right now. Try Nosferatu. Try no. Fucking here, it's Nosferatu. It's just a Castlevania clone, and it's really, really bad. It's kind of like fucking Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Although, honestly, the Super Nintendo version isn't, well, no, they're all bad, but, well, yeah, it is more like a Prince of Persia clone. It's like, it took me a minute to go, wait a minute, no, hold on. It's like Nosferatu, Blackthorn, Out of This World, Prince of Persia. They all had that really weird kind of positional movement stuff. Oh, hang on. Let's. A cinematic platformer. Maui Mallard is cool. I just kind of wish they didn't have I wish they didn't have the cowardice to just not put fucking Donald Duck's name on the title. You know, it's like he's not Maui Mallard, he's Donald Duck. Well, no, Live and Reloaded doesn't look cute. Live and Reloaded just had it, like Live and Reloaded was basically Conker's Bad Fur Day, but they added a coat of paint to it. They made it look a bit like higher resolution, but they also censored a lot of dialogue. Like the Great Mighty Pooh's song got censored all to hell and back, and it's like, you fucked up Slaprano. How do you do that? When the moon is dyed in blood, a bat departs from a forbidden castle into the night, having changed from its human form to seek its next victim. His name is whispered in fear. Nosferatu, creature of the night. Oh, that's making my throat hurt. I mean, at least the music's pretty banging. Let's just make it easy real quick here. I mean, the first chapter of Maui Mallard has ghosts and stuff. Well, I guess I'm fucked. I don't know how. No. Well, I was. Okay, okay. Aha, I'm not as... It's like, I'm not as hopelessly lost. Not gonna lie, I do dig the the music. And I'm dead. I am dead. The thing that really gets me, though, the game is called Nosferatu, and yet they show a Dracula-style vampire. It's like, no, that is not Nosferatu. Nosferatu is fucking Count Orlok. You know, we're talking ugly, bald, big ears, giant teeth, bulging eyes. You know, we're talking a clear, and I mean clear, masquerade violation if he ever set foot in public. You know what? Since I mentioned it, I may as well just... Where is it? Gotta go to B. There it is. Then again, the Dracula game that I immediately think of, it was a PlayStation game. I think it was called Dracula the Resurrection or something like that. It was a Myst-style adventure game. Am I sure about this? It's like I know it was also on the PlayStation. It was a multi-disc game, and it was like it wasn't terrible. It was just kind of average. Silverlode for the PS1. I've never even heard of it. In fact, let me just... It's a weird Western adventure game. The only difference between the Super Nintendo and the Sega CD version of it is it lacks the god-awful FMV sequences when you die. You don't have that fucking weird scene of Keanu going, "Arrgh!" don't know. It's a Super Nintendo game. Sounds like somebody's drunk. Oh. Sometimes you just gotta tank the damage. I am your father. I am also a giant fucking scorpion. Where is the snake? Ow, fucker. Whoever designed this was an asshole. Oh, for fuck. It's like horror on a different kind of level. And I am not good at it. Oh, sure, now it fucking accepts my goddamn quarters, you piece of shit. Actually, I know one that I would do. Actually, you know what? I might do it. Hang on a second. This is a last thing I'm gonna do before I end my stream, so I will be right back. I'm going to go into studio mode, and I am going to change out something real quick like. Where is it? Because there's a very specific version of MAME that I use specifically for Carnival. I just need to make sure if this is the right one. Because if it's not the right one, then the frame rate goes to shit and back.
When the moon is full and trees are bare, walk through the cemetery if you dare, where skeletons rot and corpses fester. Locate the tomb with the skull of a jester. feed him the token all shiny and new. It is then that Carnival will return for you.
Just...
Spooky Sam, welcoming you along on Spooky Sam's Ghost Tour. On your left, you'll see the tomb of Ludwig von Token Taker, where the legend of Greeley Valley all got started. You all know the legend of Greeley Valley. Welcome to Carnival!
What goes up must come down. Now you're headed for Rickety Town. Ride all the rides, have some fun, then eat your heart out on a sesame seed bun.
I cannot remember how to add credits to my... Oh, the Garge. You guys ever think there may have been an issue putting a fire feature on a wooden roller coaster? Yeesh.
It's the freak show, the freak show. See the strange and bizarre. Step right up, we'd love to see you. We think you could be the star.
Not gonna lie, I would totally buy a shirt with umlaut on it. Spider monkeys! Wasn't that Frozen thing, fucking Toki? Trog? Okay. Okay. flamethrower is literally the most useless fucking power-up in this game. It's like acid bath, most useful, machine gun, second most useful, or shotgun, second most useful, machine gun third, flamethrower, absolute piece of dog shit. Then there's the extra bullet, which I think there's only one of, and it's only in the haunted house stage. Yeah, it was a dip switch on the arcade cabinet that was up to the arcade owner's discretion. It would change the blood, like there was one dip switch to turn the blood green, one dip switch to turn Junior into the Teddy Bear.
Welcome to the haunted house. Meet a ghoul who lost her head. If you'd like to stay and join us, you're always welcome, alive or dead.
Here's Hambo. And Hambone, the Revenge. I think it would follow wire brain. There's nothing itty bitty about this spider. Let my wallet tank the pain. Jiggle physics. Oh.
You've made it to our main attraction, the three-ring circus in the big top tent. We hope our clowns will entertain you before making you the main event.
As a person who suffered coulrophobia growing up, I cannot tell you how therapeutic this level is. Like the mimes aren't doing anything. However, they are guilty of the crime of being a mime. Versus the ICP, oh no. In their case, I'm down with the clown. Ah, son of a bitch. Now these things, on the other hand, a mime is a wonderful thing to waste. And here comes one of my favorite tracks in the game. It's like there's this and the final battle against Token Taker. Thank you for the follow as well, Doppelganger. I mean, let's be fair. The Area 51 remake or reimagining wasn't necessarily a bad thing. Now that said, if somebody got the IP rights to this, I wouldn't be upset if they gave this like the same treatment that they did House of the Dead, you know? Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. From this study, I have observed your every move, but you do not obey. Prepare to die. Get in!
At last we meet. Don't look down.
I mean, technically Midway was on the way out at that point.
I haven't had a fight all day.
Do that saucy shuffle, buddy. See, the one thing that I remember the most about Carnival was that more often than not, it was the loudest fucking arcade cabinet in the entire fucking arcade. Especially when it went to the... like, during its attract mode, when it went to, like, there was one attract screen which had no sound, and then there was a loud fucking instrumental version. Like a loud version for one of the attract screens of, like, an instrumental version of Super Beast, but it was so fucking loud. Like, I think another arcade cabinet that was stupidly loud for no apparent reason was one of the Time Crisis spin-off games, Raising Storm. And that's because during its Attract stream, they decided, hey, let's have it play a Five Finger Death Punch song as loud as possible. Of course, it was also how I discovered Five Finger Death Punch, so...
What's going on?
Daytona!
No!
It's like it was either Daytona, USA. I remember when I worked at a Pizza Hut in 2005. Well, 2004 to 2005. We had... I want to say we had Tekken 3, Soul Edge, 1944, or no, it was 1943, and fucking, we had Daytona, but then they changed it out with Cruisin' USA. Like, it's one thing that I will always say, if I ever won the lottery, knowing my immature ass, it's like, oh, hey, this guy is almost, you know, he was born in 86, he loves his old games, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do if he wins the lottery? I'm gonna open a fucking arcade. Like, I will open a fucking vintage arcade. I will scour the United States looking for people who have restored cabinets to perfect, pristine working order, and I will set them up. I'm talking all the goods. I'm talking like the fucking double panoramic X-Men cabinet. I'm talking about the 4-player Ninja Turtles cabinets. Fucking Simpsons. Silent Scope, Lethal Enforcers, Sunset Riders, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Hell, I'll even scour out a fucking Altered Beast cabinet if I could find one. All right. It has been fun. I will probably be back once I fucking get the words out of my mouth. Like, there is one arcade cabinet that I remember seeing, and it intrigued me as a kid. It was like, or as a early teen. Like, I saw this arcade cabinet, and it was playing this badass anime opening, and it had, like, this heavy metal theme to it, and I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. What is this? Yeah, that was my first introduction to Guilty Gear. And I think it was Double X. Yeah, there's no music for the closing credits for some reason or another. Then again, I'm pretty sure they expected anybody that actually spent enough money to beat this game to be so fucking frustrated and just glad to be finally done and over with to walk away from it. You know, it really boggles my mind. The small clowns, the small cleaver-wielding clowns, they utilized them as, like, the branding on the fucking arcade cabinet itself. They utilized them in their marketing. But they only appear once in the entire game. Fighting game. Tekken 4. 15 years ago. That's one thing. If I ever do manage to go to Japan, like, I plan on actually hitting up an arcade and actually just kind of letting myself go wild there. Granted, I don't blow all my money on Kamen Rider merchandise on the get-go. It's 1:30. I mean, let's be real. Most arcade games kind of had that unbalance to them because their whole purpose was to siphon quarters out of the player. That was the point. But yeah, it's 1:31. I need to take my sleep meds. I gotta work tonight. I'll be back on Tuesday. Depending on if I have my subscription back up or not, I might do Final Fantasy XIV a little bit, or I might go back into Library of Ruina if I want to get myself angry. Yeah.
When the moon is full and trees are bare, walk through.
That's enough out of you, arcade game thing. But yeah, like I was saying. Actually, you know what? On Tuesday or Wednesday, I might do either Final Fantasy XIV or I might do a City of Heroes stream. So, if you play City of Heroes Homecoming, I play I play Red Side. I am on the server Everlasting. You could find me under the name The Midnight Mercenary. So I might be posting a link to my Discord at some point on both my Twitch and my YouTube profiles. So I want to try to build a community of some sort, like people who appreciate retro games and other stuff like that. People who just want to shoot the shit and kind of have an environment to chill out in. But yeah, I'm terrible with saying